All right, here we are. Let us finish. This is Jethro Tull, Living in the Past, Side 4. I'm very excited to finish the album. We have Wondering Again, then Hymn 43, which in this playlist has been replaced with Locomotive Breath. No matter which one that was, we're going to skip it either way because I've heard both of those songs before. Then Life is a Long Song, Up the Pool, Dr. Bogenbroom, From Later, and Nursey. Those last two are relatively short. And then we've completed Living in the Past. I'm excited. Just want to get into it. It is nearly 2 o'clock in the morning, so this is the last video I'm making tonight. All right, here we go. I was going to do this morning, and then I never did, so yeah. 3, 2, 1. Wondering Again.
There's the stillness of death on a deathly unliving sea, and the motor car magical world long since ceased to be. When the eve-bitten apple returned to destroy the tree, incestuous ancestors share a bang ride, spawning new millions, throws the world on its side, supporting their far-flung illusion, the national curse. And those with no sandwiches, please get off the bus.
Love it. Reminds me
The
of Wondering Aloud a little bit.
excrement bubbles, the centuries slime decays, and the brainwashing government lackeys would have us say it's under control and we'll soon be on our way to a grandeur for babies and quiz panel games of the hot, hungry millions. You'll be sure to remain. The natural resources are dwindling and no one grows old. And those with no homes to go to, please dig yourself holes. We wandered through quiet lands, felt the first breath of snow.
So pretty. I love that. All right. Also, talking about a lot of serious issues here. Props to him and Jethro Tull as a whole. Let's continue.
We wandered through quiet lands, felt the first breath of snow. Searched for the last pigeon, slate gray, I've been told. Stumbled on a daffodil, which she crushed in the rush, heard it sigh, and left it to die.
Smiling and the lyrics are negative.
At once felt remorse and were touched by the loss of our own. Held its poor broken head in her hands, drops of tears in the snow. And it's only the taking that makes you what you are. Wondering aloud, will the sun one day be born? share in our infancy, in the child's path we've worn. In the aging seclusion of this earth that our birth did surprise, will open his eyes.
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. All right. Wait, no, I heard that one. Moving along. Life is a Long Song is next.
When you're falling awake and you take stock of the new day,
Falling awake.
and you hear your voice croak as you choke on what you need to say. Well, don't you fret, don't you fear, I will give you good cheer. Life's a long song, life's a long song.
Sounds like he's almost saying life's a love song, but he's saying long. It's interesting. I really like it. Also, on Wondering Again, I want to hear Wondering Aloud, then Wondering Again, like back to back, like seamlessly transitioning into each other. It was so beautiful. Anyway, continue.
Life's a long song, life's a long song. If you wait, then you play, and I will feel as the verses unfold and your soul suffers the long day, and the 12 o'clock gloom spins the room. You struggle on your way. Well, don't you sigh, don't you cry, lick the dust from your eye. Life's a long song, life's a long song, life's a long song. We will meet in the sweet light of dawn as the Baker Street train spills your pain all over your new dress, and the symphony sounds underground, but you wanted you a rest. Well, don't you squeal as the heel grinds you under the wheels. Life's a long song, life's a long song, life's a long song, but the tune ends too soon for us all.
Oh, dang.
But the tune ends too soon for us all.
I thought it was over at one point, and then it kept going. Loved it.
I'm going up the pool from down the smoke below to taste me mum's jam sarnies and to see our antique flow. The candy floss salesman watches ladies in the sand down for the hope that they'll be meeting Mr. Universe. The Iron Tower smiles down upon the silver sea, and along the Golden Mile there'll be swigging mugs of tea.
Sorry. Yeah. These have been getting blocked like every time I've tried to upload them. And you have to like submit an appeal. Then it makes you wait. You know, there's a whole process when that happens. So, yeah. I've been trying to pause at least once during each song so that we don't experience that problem. But we'll see what happens. Let's continue.
The Golden Mile, there'll be swigging mugs of tea. The politicians there have come to take the air, while posing for the daily press, we'll look around and blame the mess on Edward Beer. There'll be buckets, spades, and bingo cockles, mussels, rainy days, a seaweed dance and castles, icy waves, deck chairs, rubber dinghies, old best races dangling down, a suntan stand, a starfish in a daze. We're going up the pool, from down the smoke below, to taste me mum's jam sardines and see our attic flow. The candy floss salesman who watches ladies in the sand, down for a freaky weekend, in the hope that they'll be meeting Mr. Universe. There'll be buckets, spades, and bingo cockles, mussels, rainy days, a seaweed dance and castles, icy waves, deck chairs, rubber dinghies, old best braces dangling down, a suntan stranded starfish in a daze. Oh, Blackpool, oh, Blackpool.
What was said at the end there? Interesting. All right. Well, we're looking at the lyrics of all of this when we make it to the end. Welcome if you're new, by the way. Dr. Bogenbroom, let's go.
One foot in the graveyard and the other on the bus, and the passengers do trample each other in the rush, and the chicken-hearted lawman is throwing up his bill to see the kindly doctor pass the super kill. Well, I'm going down to reach it with Dr. Bogenbroom. Well, I'm on my way to reach it with Dr. Bogenbroom.
I like the keys here.
Well, I've tried my best to love you all.
Yes, I think those were keys.
All you hypocrites and whores. With
3, 2, 1.
your eyes on each other and the locks upon your doors. Oh, well, you drown me in the fountain of life, and I hated you. Dr. Bogenbroom.
Beautiful ending. That was awesome. I really like that. Just those couple notes on the piano and guitar. From later, let's go. Hate that so much. Pausing, I mean. I love this song. Of the building. Beautiful. I think this is the last song. That's so sad. Here we are. Nursey. It's only like a minute and 30 seconds long.
Tiptoes in silence round my bed, and quiets the raindrops overhead.
Love his voice on songs like these.
With her everlasting smile, she stills my fever for a while. Oh, Nursey dear, I'm glad you're here to brush away my pain.
Love the way he sang pain right there. Like it was the most, you know, it would, like the whole rest of the song is very smooth. Then he says pain and it has more of an edge to it. All right. So we conclude Jethro Tull, Living in the Past, compilation album, which was really good for a compilation album. Now, let's go over what we have here. First of all, I quite enjoyed the album. I certainly don't think it's like an Aqualung or a Thick as a Brick or even a stand-up, you know. But as a compilation of a lot of different things, I really enjoyed it. I love how almost every single Jethro Tull song sounds like it could be a radio hit. Like they're very good at just like creating songs, you know. A lot of the songs in this album felt like they were in a similar vein or a similar formula. So at times while listening to the album, I was like, this is kind of similar to what we've heard already from Jethro Tull. But again, keeping in mind the context of it being a compilation album of stuff that they've already done, that makes sense. I actually really liked the live section. It was different from the rest of it. I'm excited to move on to their next album, and eventually make it to like Passion Play and Songs from the Wood, which are two that, you know, everybody's been after me to do. But like I said, we're going in order, so we'll get there eventually. Let's take a look at the lyrics to these songs. And yeah, I also really like what Jethro Tull chooses to write about. Like it's not always, but for the most part, it's pretty unique, like every time. So here's Wondering Again. There's the stillness of death on a deathly unliving sea, and the motor car magical world long since ceased to be, when the eve-bitten apple returned to destroy the tree. The narrator conjures a post-apocalyptic landscape where most of life has been snuffed out. Okay. Incestuous ancestries, charabanc ride, early form of a bus, particularly for pleasure rides. Narrator laments the overpopulated state of the world by criticizing the ancients for choosing mates within their own families. I'm not sure if that's specifically... Yeah, alright, that's an interesting way of looking at that. Spawning new millions throws the world on its side, maybe. Supporting their far-flung illusion, the national curse, and those with no sandwiches, please get off the bus. So those of you who are not, you know, those with no sandwiches, those who have no food, get off the bus. The excrement bubbles, the centuries' slime decays, and the brainwashing government lackeys would have us say, it's under control, we'll soon be on our way to a grand year for babies and quiz panel games. Of the hot, hungry millions, you'll be sure to remain. Yep. The national resources are... This is actually really real. Wow. The natural resources are dwindling and no one grows old. And those with no homes to go to, please dig yourselves holes. We wandered through quiet lands. It like switches here. Felt the first breath of snow. It's like looking back really far, you know, back to when Wondering Again was happening, when everything was happy. Felt the first breath of snow. Searched for the last pigeon, slate gray, I've been told. Stumbled on a daffodil which she crushed in the rush. Heard it sigh, left it to die. Never mind, they're by themselves. At once felt remorse and were touched by the loss of our own. Held its poor broken head in her hands. Dropped soft tears in the snow. And it's only the taking that makes you what you are. Wondering aloud, will a son one day be born to share in our infancy, in the child's path we've worn, in the aging seclusion of this earth that our birth did surprise, will open his eyes. In a way, this may be the darkest Jethro Tull song that I've heard so far, at least in what I'm hearing. Like, watching the world die, them being the only people left and wandering through quiet lands. The snow is coming. Found the last pigeon. Never found it. Stumbled on a daffodil, which the person he's with crushed in the rush. Feeling remorse realizing that it's only the taking that makes you what you are, and that's what people will remember you for or whatnot. Held its poor broken head in her hands. Then wondering aloud, will a son one day be born to share in our infancy? We're opening the eyes of a child into this destroyed world. So, like, messed up, you know? Like, everything about that is messed up. Although you could also say, you know, we're helping life find a way and whatnot. Who knows? Very interesting song. I did not get all of this when I first listened to the song, and I like the song even more now. Although that was one of my favorite songs on the album, Wondering Again. Yeah, really liked the first side and the third side. I liked all the sides, obviously, but yeah. All right. Then Life is a Long Song. There are no comments here, so I'm just going to go off with my gut. When you're falling awake, so there's a play on falling asleep. When you're falling awake, when you're starting to wake up, you take stock of the new day, you hear your voice croak, and you choke on what you need to say. Don't you fret, don't you fear, I'll give you a good cheer. I'll give you good cheer. Life's a long song. If you wait, then your plate I will fill. Oh, this is, so far, relatively straightforward, you know. You're just waking up and you're feeling like, it's difficult, you know. Your voice is messed up. You're just like, you know. And then he's like, I'm going to give you good cheer. Guess what? You've got time. You have time. I'm going to comfort you here. And if you wait, then your plate I will fill. As the verses unfold and your soul suffers the long day, and the 12 o'clock gloom spins the room, you struggle on your way. Don't you sigh, don't you cry, lick the dust from your eye. It's almost like you're completely complacent that dust is settling on you. Life's a long song, we will meet in the sweet light of dawn. As the Baker Street train spills your pain all over your new dress, and the symphony sounds underground put you under duress. Don't you squeal as the heel grinds you under the wheels. Life's a long song, but the tune ends too soon for us all. Another, geez, last side so far has been dark. It's like, I'm going to comfort you, but nope. The heel is grinding you under the wheels. That's interesting. All right. Fun one. Next is Up the Pool. I'm going up the pool from down the smoke below to taste my mom's jam sarnies and see our auntie Flo. The candy floss salesman watches ladies in the sand, down for a freaky weekend in the hope that they'll be meeting Mr. Universe. The pool is Blackpool, where Ian Anderson grew up and where he first formed a band with his friends. The smoke is slang term for London, where Anderson was living when he wrote this song. Bunch of ladies at the beach for a girls' weekend hoping to meet the hunky muscle man. Ah, Mr. Universe, okay. The Iron Tower smiles down upon the silver sea. Blackpool Tower. So this is just describing Blackpool. Okay. Along the Golden Mile, they'll be swigging mugs of tea. The politicians there who've come to take the air while posing for the daily press will look around and blame the mess on Edward Bear. Who's Edward Bear? Pop rock group. Best known for its chart-topping single, The Last Song and Close Your Eyes. Huh. Okay, interesting. Edward Bear. Oh, wait. Edward Bear, isn't that Winnie the Pooh? That's also Winnie the Pooh's name. Blame it all on Edward Bear. That's hilarious. That is absolutely hilarious. Okay, cool. There'll be buckets, spades, and bingo, cockles, mussels, rainy days, seaweed, sandcastles, icy waves, deck chairs, rubber dinghies, old vests, braces dangling down, suntan, stranded starfish in a daze. He's painting a picture for us. Repeat of the chorus. Repeat, oh Blackpool, oh Blackpool. All right. Yeah, that one, like I said, they choose some cool stuff to write songs about. Then we have Dr. Bogenbroom, and I honestly have no clue what this song's about. Let's take a look. I have one foot in the graveyard, the other on the bus, and the passengers do trample each other in the rush. The chicken-hearted lawman is throwing up his fill to see the kindly doctor to pass the super pill. While I'm going down, 3 cheers for Dr. Bogenbroom. I'm on my way, 3 cheers for Dr. Bogenbroom. I've tried my best to love you all you hypocrites and whores, with your eyes on each other and locks upon your doors. Well, you've drowned me in the fountain of life, and I hated you for living while I was dying, and we were all just passing through. I'm going down, 3 cheers for Dr. Bogenbroom. I'm on my way. So what type of pill is he taking? So it sounds like he's done. He's done with life. It almost sounds like he's going to try and kill himself or get high somehow. Interesting. I'm not sure, though. I could be very wrong about the lyrics to this one. All right. That's just what I'm getting from a quick skim. Then From Later, beautiful instrumental. Really enjoyed it. Finally, Nursey. Probably not written at the same time as Cheap Day Return. Probably written at about the same time as Cheap Day Return, but not included on the Aqualung album. It was released on the Life is a Long Song EP later that year. Like Cheap Day Return, it seems to be about a visit Ian Anderson made to his ailing father and describes from the father's point of view his nurse and how much he appreciates her. That's beautiful. Tiptoes in silence round my bed and quiets the raindrops overhead. With her everlasting smile, she stills my fever for a while. Oh, Nursey dear, I'm glad you're here to brush away the pain. Thank you for joining me. I will see you all again soon. We are Legion. Consider subscribing if you enjoy these types of videos. If you really enjoy the videos and want to support the channel, consider joining my Patreon page. There's a link in the description. But I don't expect anyone to do that, so don't feel any pressure to do so. There's some cool stuff on there. In fact, there's some free stuff on there. So check it out if you want. There's a lot of free videos that got blocked that I had to put on Patreon. And we do polls and some other stuff, so if you want to. But yeah. So concludes Jethro Tull Living in the Past, and also so concludes my full album reactions for a minute. I don't know exactly which ones I'm going to do next, but I'm just going to put it on hold for a second. Probably the Beatles album that I keep saying I'm going to do. But again, it'll be a minute because, yeah. I'm doing a lot. I've been doing a lot of other projects recently and want to have a stockpile of reactions that are, different to have for you all. So anyway, thank you for joining me. You all are awesome. I will see you soon. Deathstroke 9 out.